Okay.
Good evening. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, for an anticipated game from the Husky Fang Draft League. I'm joined with my friend Rob. Hello, Rob.
I'm Machiavelli. That's me.
Nah,
That's
you're
my
Rob.
league name.
Nah.
And this is my friend Stark8. And we're going to be commentating this very delayed game that was supposed to start at 8, but we're here now. And yeah, we have Patroclus doing the spectating, and we are just about ready to go, I believe, whenever this loads in. So, what do you think of these drafts, Stark?
Well, what I'm seeing is a Humbats and a bloody E-set, and I'm thinking they're ults together with a Baba Yaga. Could be a good
There are
combination.
quite a lot of big circles on there. They also have the E set, the Cupid, and the Hunbats all could layer up some big combos. They could also go for a lot of objective zoning with that. They're going to have a lot of secure with the E set. Although the C set's likely going support, so probably not that much secure, but still it makes it tough to step up to the objective. And then on the other team, we of course see Marsh's comfort pick, I'll say. It's the only god I've ever seen him play.
I would say it's quite a safe team. Quite a safe team.
Yeah, quite a safe team. Jingwei with
quite good
Kepri and
escapes.
Kali and Yu Huang. Yeah, Kakulin is really the only heavy aggression god there. So they're also quite a late game team, I'd say. So they've got to hope that they don't get pushed out early.
Hopefully that Carly can carry the late game.
Yeah. Oh, are we... Hopefully. Hopefully we haven't crashed again.
Oh, I wonder who the people are going to pick. Oh, Jingwei. Wow, what a pick.
What a surprise.
Oh, Carly. What do you think of these teams, Rob? Wow, Baba Yaga. A Humbat? Oh, wow. And a Cupid. Well, I would
think
say...
they're going to go E-set. I think that would be a good pick.
Oh, wow.
There we go.
Predictions.
My high IQ really putting in work.
The Vermana to go into the backline.
Mr. Smite.
I think the Vermana's going to struggle with the backline, really, because they've got so many escapes. Yu Huang's escape, man. Jingwei. Burpee on the actual solo lane, though. Wow. His ADC's pretty good. Is he a main for, do you know, Rob?
I have no idea what he means. I know that he is down as the solo for this team, so makes sense. But
let's have a look.
So yeah, these are the Benadryl Babylonians versus Tommy T, whichever team wins this goes on to the next round of the Premier Division play-ins.
For the glory, for the honour of maybe getting into the Premier League.
And of course, the losing team goes into that grueling losers bracket to try and make their way back up.
And only one game, it's all to play for.
Yeah, it's a best of one, high stakes.
High stakes, high octane gameplay is what I expect at the very least.
Excitement here. As we get into the game here. So yeah, with these comps, I'm thinking that Tommy T probably going to be hoping that they can pressure out the early game, as if Benadryl Babylonians get to that late game, they're going to become a pretty deadly roster with so many late game gods on their side.
Yeah.
They really have to try and win out before that.
Prolonged fight-wise, I think that the Tommy T is going to have to go quite aggressive in each team fight.
They are going to have a nice bit of sustain with the E-Settle and the Cupid Hearts to kind of keep them in the fight. But yeah, in terms of moving into the late game, they're going to struggle if they can't get
with
the ball.
Burst, they've got the Burst in the team.
They do.
Just depends if they can escape.
What starts are we seeing? Looks like both teams are going towards the red for their jungle start. This is the kind of standard competitive start we've seen recently. Lots of teams going red to speed to splitting up. Nice efficient way to get XP, given how late the mid camps spawn now. What are we seeing for the builds? We're seeing a pretty standard build across the board. We're seeing the new Lonos map getting picked up by the set, which I haven't seen much yet, but I imagine it's pretty good on Mage Sports. It was good as an item before, and now as a starter, it'll surely be pretty worthwhile. Other builds all seems fairly normal. We're seeing the Vamana, of course, going towards a attack speed build, synergizes well with his ult, while the Cullen going for that sovereignty likely to give him lots of sustain in lane.
It's a good clear of red buff.
It is very
efficient.
It'll be interesting to see what the mid lane fight decide pretty heavily. Who gets the early lead. We are seeing both teams go towards the back camps together, interestingly. This is a start that's fallen a bit out of fashion recently, but both teams going for it. Kali even picking up a hog. In fact, did both junglers pick up a hog? I didn't check them.
Tommy T, team clearing up on the duo lane, removing the minions.
Nearly a very early wave, almost solo kill on Dwalio. No, we are seeing... Oh, interesting that Sally's playing mid. He was a solo last season. We are seeing, yes, some pretty... both solos getting very low now. This is a bit dicey over here, but they do have... The Vamana's actually already out of health.
Already out of
quite
pots.
Interestingly, and the Cullen's down to 1. I don't know how many they started with. Usually you start with a good 3 or 4.
The Cullen's securing the totem for his team, for the mana.
We are seeing the Kali going for a very early gank on the duo lane, looks for a blink onto Cupid. Cupid uses his beads and will get out to safety pretty safely. I said the same word twice. But we will see in return the jungle for Tommy T pick up those right mids pretty safely. They are
taking a lot of damage, a lot of poke.
They probably could have looked for those left mids if they'd been a bit quicker, but they did take a lot of poke, so I doubt they go for them now. Because it will be a bit scary, given that Kali and Yuang are just over the wall. Oracle
secured for the Babylonians.
They are getting some nice farm to make up for losing that first mid camp. And the Kali is going to pick up those left.
It's a good stun from Cupid.
The Hunbat's looking to secure this red buff, perhaps worrying about an invade coming in.
Especially if they're low. No one seems to be lurking.
Seeing some pretty tame smite across the board. Only unusual thing was that attempted gank on Duo that didn't really result in much.
It's for one game though. Remember, it's for one game.
Both teams are probably going to be playing quite reserved, quite careful, worried about being forced into that loser's bracket.
They're going to push for that extra XP? No.
No, they are quite conservatively just going back for their own heartbeat. We are seeing
solo lane's
been over to the blue. The Vamana is just pressured under his tower. Oh, we see a pause coming through. Looks like Nope XD has disconnected from the game.
But currently, we're not seeing much of a lead on either side. It's quite even, I would say.
Yeah, we are quite early still, so the main objectives aren't really there to be fought over to get a big gold lead. We
only seen one gank on the duo lane, but it didn't come from much. Nothing came out of it. Nothing.
No players seem to be getting a level lead except for Marsh, which I'm assuming is only slightly ahead, given that he's just taking purple while the Cupid has not yet gone for his purple.
Yeah, he went for an XP.
So pretty even across the board.
High pressure with the Cupid and the
Cupid and Eset do outclear as the Kepri is forced to dash away, getting quite low. They're probably going to push this wave before they go for their purple. Yeah.
I think that the Kepri's back in.
An attempted invade by the Cullen onto the blue will not yield anything, as the Vamana will clear it before he can really get in there. The mid jungle from Tommy T seem to be hunting around the red buff, perhaps looking for an invade. But there is no buff there to be taken. Playing the corner here, maybe looking to get some poke onto the enemy mid when he comes into lane.
The pressure from that's on the solo lane from I just there's not much he can do. He just has to sit on the tower, and I think he could even dive tower there. Oh, that's the ult used for Vamana, grabbing himself a little bit of health.
Yeah, we are not seeing much yet. A slight lead has opened up, about 800 gold for Benadryl Babylonians. Just slightly more efficient farming, perhaps. But really nothing to write home about. That's like a tier 1 item on one person.
The good son of Marsh. Marsh uses dash.
Will get to the safety of his tower quite easily. That Khepri also has his ult now, so very unlikely we see a kill come out there. As we see a scrap in mid, the Yuhan getting quite low, uses his ult. Great self-heal. Kali seems to want more though. She does still have her ult, and she is going to use it, and she gets the first blood. That is a first blood onto a Kali, and that is scary for Tommy T. That gold is going to go towards nicely snowballing this Kali into her late game. Ludlow just wants to know, Patra, if you're down for doing the next game as well after this one. Nice. Yes, of course, we have a very hyped double-header today. We have both this game and Immaculate Vibes facing up against Team Anarchy.
Cullen getting the Sovereignty first.
Yeah, Sovereignty gives him a lot of HP 5. It'll let him in lane and kind of brawl in waves a bit more without having to worry about backing as often. It'll be a nice buffer for him. We have seen some players go towards the Stone of Gaia recently, but I think the Sov will benefit him quite well with the double physical in solo and jungle, just get him some nice procs, make sure he's just very tough to kill.
Another ult.
See, the ult forced out from the mana. He doesn't have much mana, but he is just going to use it to clear out that wave and get away as the Cullen was transforming.
He's not got a lot of mana though.
No,
not got a lot of mana.
Yeah, he backs out. Thinking better of that, that would have probably been not a good spot for him to be in with no mana into an enraged Cullen.
No one secured the oracles.
The supports have both headed towards mid now, heading out of the duo lane. Both of them have their Thebes online.
The support trying to secure the oracles from the Kali.
They are. The support is fighting the Kali, and it looks like they split one each. You're going to be happy with that as the support, being able to stop the enemy team getting division.
Kali blinked in.
Kali looks for a blink, but Baba will just leap away. A huge root on 2 by the Khepri, but the Baba ult will force them away, and now they're returning a lot of damage onto Kali. They do have a Kali and a Khepri ult though, so this is quite a good situation for the Babylonians. Returning some poke quickly onto the Hunbats. We see the Cullen proxying out the wave, and he's going to look for the blue invade as he transforms.
Still hasn't backed.
There's not much the mana can do, as the mana is still out of mana.
He loses his blue.
Does lose his blue, that's going to be sore.
So for a man that did not have any mana in the first place.
Absolutely.
Obviously has a mana problem.
The totems are online. Tommy T slightly pulling ahead, which is what they'll want, as they are down to a 2k deficit already, but that could, those totems could help return them to even.
What do you think, Robert, with the Cupid going the Transcendence and Marsh on the Jingwei going devs?
It's likely that the Cupid gets slightly more value out of ability damage. If you want to go for runs, maybe hoping for some big ults in the late game, while the Jingwei is going to be looking to just do most of her damage through auto attack. So it makes sense she wants the devs. I haven't really seen devs getting picked up much since the mid-season patch, but if he still feels it's good, then more power to it. Yeah. We do see the Vamana is completely out of mana, which just shows that
Kali going for a gank on the Cupid.
Well. The Kali is looking for a gank on the Cupid. And
will he pick up the kill?
Will he get away? He uses his ult. He has his
Kali.
dash. He should be out.
Hey, that's a
Some
good trade
play
though.
from the Cupid. Forcing the Kali ult. I'd say the Kali ult is slightly more value with
Yeah.
how
than
much
the
you can do with
Cupid
that in the mid. So that is a good trade for the Cupid. Very good use of his ult to kind of self-heal,
well.
get himself out of there.
As well as taking up the jungler's time.
The E-set has been rooted. Not going to use the pluck. Worrying about the Baba damage maybe.
It's a squishy E-set though, really, compared, you know, not going for that standard Guardian support.
The E-set has been locked down and will just be deleted. Positioning way too far up for how low he was.
Walking of squishy, non-existent.
Yeah, not quite got enough
Again,
items online to be.
She's looking, she's lurking for that
Babylon
ADC.
zoning off his tower.
She's lurking. Oh, behind the Cupid.
Oh, the Kali is once again. Look, there is things going on all over the map. The Kali goes on the Cupid looking for the dive. Will think better of it as she does not have her ult yet.
That Kali looks frustrated.
She is going to get off a nice purple invade though.
Oh, but the Cupid has come back in. No, he's playing safe.
He's going to think better of it. Probably hears the Kali over the wall, clearing the purple, and decides he needs to get back as quick as he can. And throw over a ward just to make sure it's gone. Yeah, we see the teams move back towards these mids. These mids did increase in value recently, their XP being increased. So we might see, we might see the teams fighting over them a bit more than last patch.
With levels, I think it's just the solo lane that's ahead on levels.
There is a level lead in support and mid as well.
Oh, I'm mid. My bad.
Just overall, nicely. That's a very early Obsidian Shard we're seeing from the Yu Huang.
Looking for the
Interesting that he values penetration when there isn't that much magic protections built yet. Apart from that, builds seem pretty normal. We're seeing Jingwei going straight into crit. A nice little bit of gold. Every 4 mana rotating into it is probably not necessary, but just being safe. But yeah, we're seeing the Jingwei go straight towards this crit, which really shines on her with a 2. And then we're seeing the Cupid go towards more of a power pen build by the looks of it, maybe looking to shred down the Kukulkan in late game team fights.
That Kukulkan will be a problem late game.
Both solos opting for a Glad Shield. It's quite a high value item, really gives you a lot more damage off your abilities.
Turning that power
like Kukulkan, who is going to be just getting in the squishy spaces and spamming abilities.
Again for mana. And will lose his blue buff. Oh, the Humbats is lurking, ready.
Guess you could call him Vanoma.
No, I'm not even gonna give you the satisfaction of that.
The Kukulkan will secure the blue with his ult. Very nice play to 2v1.
Taking up the time.
The mid is behind him though, but he should be able to just walk out of there. He's very tanky at this point.
The E-set's alone though. The E-set's alone.
E-set is alone out of tower. She is root immune on her. The root.
Taking a big poke
onto the Cupid once again by the Kali. Will finally return a kill. So looking at this, you can think the game plan looks pretty clearly like they just want to shut down this Cupid. The Kali really wants to focus on getting this Jing ahead. So they can
mainly been in the left side of the map.
Yeah.
Securing the red now.
A red invade as well.
Babylonians. Getting that gold.
Abilities will let the Humbats leap away.
We haven't seen a Humbats ult yet. No, I've seen.
Yeah, I have not seen a Humbats ult yet.
Such a great ult for team fights.
Just
so maybe it'll just
position to use it. Yeah, I guess.
Let's hope that later on in the game that he can make it up.
He will secure those mid camps as the Kali and Khepri go for this.
Can they?
Maybe looking for a steal. No.
Bit
just
too late
on the ability. Oh, and now they are being chased. The Kukulkan has rotated in a big Humbats ult to zone him away, and an E-set ult as well. That is some good peel, but the E-set is still taking a lot of damage. Yu Huang ult off the mark. It's Kali ult. Tanking up this tower, gets the reset off her ult. But Yu Huang getting stomped on by the big baby. Will he be able to get away? No, the Vamana will pick up the kill. The first kill for Tommy T as they surge forward, getting back into the fight. Kali coming out behind once again. Maybe looking for more.
Prolonged fight.
Diving tower onto the
Oh,
Hunbats, gets another target kill. This Kali is snowballing like anything right now.
Will she
Although
escape
she's
with
getting
no
slowed
mana?
away, she does
Nope.
get just enough mana for a leap. She will get out.
Very good fight for the
Oh!
Babylonians.
By a hair, Marsh is able to pull out the 1v1 kill over Dragon Lord Cat.
But can the
Just
Vamana come
about.
round
But
and...
the Vamana is coming in. He still has no mana, but the Jingwei
He's not
is
seen him.
unaware.
He's not seen
using
him.
an ability
He's
on the
not
count.
knock up as well. No,
And he's
that's
dead.
gone.
Very,
With no mana as well.
Very nice
The
rotate from
Vamana
Solo
with no
there.
mana. Making it a little
Really
bit more even from
unexpected
that team
rotate.
side.
He is going to lose his blue buff again, but I think he's happy with the shutdown kill onto the Jingwei over that.
I think that fight was quite even though at the end because they did lose. They did lose.
Although
their
Benadryl
80s.
Babylonians are a whole 5k up at 14 minutes. That is a pretty serious lead at this early in the game with no major
Especially with a
objectives falling
Kali.
down. Yeah, that Kali is
Gonna use
Looking scary.
that dosh.
gonna use that Doshwonga. Gonna buy us some nice items.
Cullen not backing down even though low health.
Cullen,
Tanking.
Vamana getting the better
Still-
of this trade into the transformed Cullen, although the damage is now coming through. Is
But
he gonna
can
get him?
He's got the ult!
Oh, the leap away.
The leap away.
But he does
not
get it.
enough. Not
That
enough.
is-
Finally, the
that is
Vamana
some
bringing it
very
back.
heads-up play from the Vamana, knowing that despite the fact he was at level disadvantage and the Cullen was transformed, he knew his damage. He knew he had a tier of an item up on the Cullen, and he knew he could win that trade. The
Baba
the
Yaga
Baba Yaga does
falls.
get picked in a bad position on her own,
And
through.
used ult, which, you know, like,
but making the most of this, Tommy T is
Marsh-
looking
Marsh
for
again.
a
Marsh
solo
again.
kill.
Ulting out. Oh!
An entire solo kill, not even taking any damage himself. Although
the Kali's
is
there.
here now, catches the dash, and the Kepri is there as well. This should be curtains for the Cupid. Absolutely.
What do you think about that ult? Was that ult trying to slow down the
I think he
was
ulted
it?
intending to run through it so that
I
the Kali
see.
would get stuck behind him, but then the Kepri was in front of him, so
they,
it ended up being all for naught.
and
But a
they-
very nice solo kill, followed up by a very nice rotation.
with no
now-
challenge claiming the gold?
Yeah, Benadryl Babylonians claiming the gold with no challenge, despite Tommy T having vision. They just don't have anyone in the right position to challenge.
They are going shopping today. They have got a huge gold lead now.
And once again, Cullen looking for this invade. The Vamana is just not on time to any of these blue buffs. despite the
I
fact
don't
he's
think it is
already-
his blue buff at this moment in time. I don't
It
think.
is
I
the
think.
Cullens.
I think the
Cullen
Cullen has
doesn't even
claimed
have
it.
mana, but he wants this blue buff.
But the Vamana have pulled it back with the 16-16 level. You know, he was behind for a good chunk of this game.
The Vamana going for a solo kill, although the Kali is right here. He's just going to knock her up. Say, out
Trying to
of
get
my
away,
way.
but the
He's going for
Cullen
the blue
is
buff.
ready. With
Going
ult.
for a 2v1 blue buff invade. He gets it. He says, you know what, I've had enough. It's mine.
Oh, and the Humbats comes out of
Humbats sets up with
nowhere.
a great blink ult.
Absolute.
Kali ults just in time to save her life. She's going to try and path out there, although the Vamana isn't so keen on letting her go.
The Vamana
Catches the
is
ability,
tanking,
gets
but
her.
he gets her.
Humbats is going to beads, try and get up. He gets rooted, but the ESET is there
Oh,
with
the
peel.
shell there.
He should be out. Very nice rotates. The Vamana is done getting bossed around by this Cullen.
Yeah. And to be fair, he is 4 kills. 4 kills, no deaths.
He is 4-0. That is...
His defensive play
Oh.
early game has really allowed him to push now into the mid game. That is Marsh using his ult
We
there.
have seen a fully upgraded Ank already been picked up by Idorzi. That will make the Vamana's positioning quite difficult in the late game team fights. He'll have to avoid this Kepri like anything if he wants to not be instant killed and sold.
Both ults there used by the ADCs.
And now we return to a calmer base. They have managed, Tommy T has managed to narrow this 5k lead down to a 3k, really starting to push back into this game. As they do really need to.
For the positioning, we've got a nice 4-man group on mid.
Yeah, nice big grouping in mid, maybe looking for a play. I'm not really sure why though, has the gold or a pyro up to fight over. Maybe just looking to
Tommy
get some
T
pressure.
securing the oracles, making sure that gold will be theirs next time.
A little bit of a skirmish over the mid wave and mid. Nothing really coming from it though.
Looks like that they are Babylonians decided to focus on getting the cups for the chalices even for the.
It is quite even though. Only
catapult.
one cup is needed. Although there's only one up near the Vamana. If the Vamana can get that, they will get their trebuchet. Their second of the game, as they have one already in solo lane.
Your team has fully powered the
Those could really be a menace if they push them both out before doing the next subject.
The Kakula now giving a lot of respect to the Vamana after heavily
He's been put in
aggressively
his
playing.
place.
Oh, fighting mid.
Oh,
Vamana
the knock-up
escaping.
as the Vamana has rotated into mid, using that teleport to get there. Oh, lots of damage onto the Vamana. He might have to go back to base already. Kali.
But the Kali's out
behind.
of position.
She is
Can
on
she
her own
be
in the back line.
focused?
She might be picked.
Oh.
Nope, she is going to make it over the wall. Did have beads and ult though, so she.
This
was
could be a big
probably
fight. All ults are up.
This is a 4v4 squaring
Oh.
up in the mid. I'm not really sure why the team would want to take a fight here, but perhaps just hoping they can get some picks and snowball off it.
Kali lurking. Going back to mid. Looks like there's going to be a fight in mid.
Oh, another big route by this Kepri, but no follow-up.
Mana's on
just gonna
half
back
HP,
off,
but he
go
has
look for some farm.
his ult for sustain. So when that fight comes,
The Red's just backing off looking for some farm, but Vamana is
Vamana
not
has
let
been
go.
caught
He's
out
been
on his own.
flipped, and he's dead.
not having time to get
Very
the ult off.
over aggressive positioning there on his own into 4 on the Scorpion. That was
Not worth it.
questionable play.
Not worth it
as
for
the
the
Cupid
Scorpion.
rotates into mid and immediately loses.
Ao Kwang
Combo
uses
for
his escape just to pull back into his tower.
Yuhong.
But it looks like there's going to be a gank on mid lane.
They have caught someone, the ESET.
The ESET,
The ESET has been grabbed. If the Yuhang
I think that should be ESET. Goodbye. Good.
A big Yuhang
Oh.
ult catches her and she's dead. A Hunbat's ult onto the
Trying to
onto
secure the
Kali,
Kali.
though, but
Kali
the
has
Kali
to ult.
gets Kepri ulted and her own ult, so she ain't dying soon.
turns
But
it.
she over chases after the duration and dies. Very well timed also from the Hunbats. I believe he also cancelled his 3 there for the damage. So
Wombat's in a bit of trouble.
quite good play there.
Taking the poke.
He knew the duration on that ult and knew exactly when he needed to hit.
I'd say it's quite neck and neck with the ADC, man.
It is. There's been
One-
a solo
1-3
kill on
and
both
2.
sides. They are
Oh,
even on
1-2.
levels. They are
Only one extra
almost
death.
even. Only 260 gold between them. Yeah, this is
And
very
the,
even
and the
match.
Cupid only has the extra death because of the early, the Kali spending a lot of her
Yeah.
early game time lurking, trying to get that kill. Who will secure the oracles?
Ooh, looks like another split.
Looks like Babylonians
Teams
take
are
it.
Depriving vision from each other.
Not a lot of wards. Not a lot of wards currently on the
A
map.
lot of words on the map. The Benadryl Babylonians seem to control vision around both. So Tommy T might have just dewarded around gold. They're possibly looking to set up this idea.
With a big group
Will
up
they
there.
find Marsh? Will they
Four-man
find
group.
Marsh? They're probably looking for a pick. They do find him. He's going to
It's
beat an
beads.
Aegis to get out of there. As
Wait, keep.
now it's the Tommy T who are out of position. Big Cupid ult separates the fight. Kali hunting for this Hunbat, so I assume is he settled
The
on the
Cupid
back line.
just getting out, but no, I think
Cupid
he's
is
not-
very low.
he's
He
dead.
gets
No.
chased down by the Kakulin. Kali taken down. Eyes bigger than her stomach, chasing that Hunbats all around the fight. This Kakulin is just not taking damage. He's
Going
just
forward.
creating so much space.
The front line, Kukulin, is
the
absolutely
ESET.
annihilating.
He's taking a lot of damage from that Jingwei. And now it's the Benadryl Babylonians who can look for the Oni Fury after a bodged setup by Tommy T.
Tommy T there, taking a loss.
Yeah, it just
Loss
took
of the
too
fight.
long on that hunting.
And then
for
the
a pick around
withdrawal
that,
wasn't clean enough. I think it's going to be a
took too long
clean
for
withdrawal.
the pick on the Jingwei, overextended and then got counter-rotated.
Sacrificing
The
T.
Vamana is looking for the steal, but he won't get it. He's going to try and dash away.
They're
They
pulling
should be
back.
able to get out here, but Hunbats might get picked on this red if they look for it.
Oh, is he
They are
going for
going
the
to hear
red?
him going for it, but no, it looks like they are just going to let it go. Try and
Could
push
look-
out. While that fight was happening, the Trebuchet looks to have pushed down the mid on its own, which Not often you see a trebuchet get a solo kill on a structure, but that is quite an important tower. Most important tower on the map, as many people say, as it really controls where you can pressure and where the mid can stand.
Is that Cupid's picking up the new glyph?
Yes, that's the Ferocious Executioner, which
Ah.
has the same passive as what Jotun's Frost used to do, but now on an item that it makes sense for it to be on. Choosing that over the Heavy Executioner, as he's likely going to be looking for that attack speed cap, so doesn't really want to hinder himself to that 1.75.
Pyro being pulled
Heavy
there.
They
by
are
the
looking for a
Babylonians.
fight around the Pyro. Kali once again looking to pick the Hunbats. She's going to be driven away by the Vamana. Shoot off.
Split up
losing
here.
half
Tommy
her health.
T is split
Vamana
up.
looks for an ult. Do they have the Yank? They have the Yank.
the
He's
Yank.
going to start dying quick here if they can get damage on him. A good
He's
beat
retreating.
by the Kefri to keep chasing. Looks like he's going to get out there. Kali leaps onto two, gets a stun, catches Baba's ult. A big Hunbat's ult. So much damage coming through. The Baba is extremely low. Baba taken down by the Cullen, and he could take down the Vamana as well.
That's a big fight and a big
kill
loss
Potato
for the
alone by
Tommy
Cullen.
T. That gives them.
And Marsh managed to pick up the other two. That is a 4-for-0 around the fire giant. They could look for the big fire. They're sending Cullen back to stop the split
Cupid
push.
is pushing.
Cupid managing to pick up that tier 2 in the Geo lane. And yes, Benadryl Babylonians going for that 25-minute fire giant. This game's already 25 minutes in. This is a long one. It does not feel like we're 25 minutes in, but yeah, most players starting to look towards getting that level 20, getting their starters upgraded.
Tommy T will have to have a look for a regroup because this is a game of one, so they really need to regroup.
Game of one, and
they are on the
late
defensive.
game's really starting to come online for this Benadryl Babylonians team.
Can't let the mentals drop Tommy T with losing the fire giant. It's got to be.
Got to reset, try and defend their structures, and yeah, look to get the next objective that comes to them.
With that last fight, though, I feel like there's a bit of positioning problems with Tommy T's.
Yeah, they did seem to aggress quite hard. It looked like Benadryl Babylonians were hunting for a pick. They were just trying to set up around the fire, and Tommy T really played into it with the Vamana really chasing a bit too far and getting cut off.
It's quite a huge gold advantage now.
Oh, Cupid manages to steal both. He is getting cornered off. He will. Good dash will get him out.
Oh no.
Cullen is under
Cullen
the tower just
yeah.
fighting Baba. They are going to pick Dragon Lord Cat there. Cullen's just...
not.
He was under
not
their
the
tower. He
Tommy.
got Baba to half health before she ulted. He's
That is not the
menace
Tommy
at these
T
team fights.
regroup I thought that was going to happen. Getting the ADC picked, allowing the Babylonians to now push towers down, especially with the fire giant secured. Carly looking to go behind, decides not to. Followed up with that Jing Wei. It's a correct play though. Would you agree, Rob? Leave the tower. Try and protect the
Yeah,
Phoenixes.
leave the towers, protect the Phoenix. At this point, they're quite far behind. They don't really want to lose a
Full
life
defense.
on a tower defense in case they lose a Phoenix on top of it.
As well as waiting for their ADC to come back online.
This is, as all of the Benadryl Babylonians now have 20, they are likely going to... they are likely in a position where they could end if they get enough picks in a fight. So it makes sense that Tommy T is going to be looking to play a bit more safe. The next fire giant spawn should be an enhanced fire giant though, so that could be the make or break of the game. If Tommy T let that go, then
I think Tommy T
just let the game go.
In comparison to the Cullen and the Vamana, you know, like Vamana was winning he was, you know, out pressured, but technically winning his lane in my opinion. But the Cullen is doing so much in
Cullen
each
is
team
doing
fight.
a lot in these team fights. He's just creating
game.
so much space for his backliners.
And with an E set at only level 16, it's not the tanky support.
Looking for a pick. They are heading through to this red.
That's a blink.
Carly blinks onto the support. She's getting
being
shredded.
squishy.
She's just gone.
Is that the pick they need to push forward?
That's a good pick. They could maybe look for a duo-side Phoenix here. They aren't going to have that enhanced fire giant, so no shredded backdoor protections here. This could be a tough
Phoenix.
Cupid ult to zone them out, stop them from pushing. As it looks like they've
Cullen
been
making the
repelled.
space. Making the
Ramana.
space.
Pushing
Cullen-
off, but once again, Cullen just doing it all on his own in the backline.
He made the space.
Carly leaps
That's
in, a
big.
good knockup by the Ramada to get him out. But do they still push this Phoenix? They're starting to look a bit low. Most of the health bars getting down to half. They
it's the
might
Glad-
just look to regroup.
So it's the Glad Shield that's giving the power, isn't it?
Yeah, it gives
Cullen.
us a little extra scaling to each ability off his procs.
And it's
They
doing
are
the
going to look
work.
towards this Primal Fury, sets them up in a good spot to get the enhanced fire giant when he spawns. Yeah, I do like that play, not over pushing their position from trying to push a Phoenix too low. They could have lost a few lives and then the fire giant would be in jeopardy.
Yeah, but would you say that Tommy T, to be fair, I would say it's a good defense by them. They didn't lose the Phoenix.
Yeah, good
They only
defense.
lost the
They did,
Primal Fury.
The Cupid
And-
ult, I don't know if you saw it, but the Cupid ult did do a lot there to zone them off. He just, the moment they pushed in, he put it on the Phoenix line, which just
And if-
forced them to retreat
And
all
if
the
the
way out.
Cupid gets moving, quick, they could have a 5 versus 5 over the upgraded Fire Giant.
Yeah, we are seeing the Kepri push out that trebuchet on the left, but it'll very slowly push. But it could become a problem if this Fire Giant dance goes on long enough.
Fire Giant coming up.
They are
The Babylonians are doing a big full regroup, buying up, I'm guessing.
Yeah, neither team really posturing yet. Just trying to get as much farm as they can.
Bit of a waste, in my opinion, for the catapult, I suppose. If it would have been nice to be going on the right, because
Well,
the Babylonians have put a catapult on the left, so while Fire Giant's going, they'll have
Yeah,
something pushing.
what they've done there is they've pushed it out just to kind of force. The EFG is just disappearing. My God,
And
that
there
thing
is-
is just melting, and it's just Tommy T steals it. The ESET gets it with an ult over the
No
wall.
way.
Oh my God,
ESET coming back into play.
ESET support. That ult probably did like 100 damage, and she gets the
And she
steal
manages
over
it.
the wall. That is.
They're pulling
An
back now, Tommy T,
amazing
with an
play.
amazing play.
They've brought it
They could
themselves
turn. They
right
could
back
turn.
into it.
That
They
is a
could-
turning point. That is a turning point. They've protected the Phoenix, and they've also managed to secure the upgraded Fire Giant.
They've given a nice boon to themselves fighting this Phoenix defense. If they can get some picks,
Morale-wise-
they could maybe to look to push themselves.
Morale-wise, Tommy T can't be more happy with that. How that went.
The,
Babylonians.
Babylonians going for
But
the
I reckon a bit
pirate.
shocked. A bit
Yeah,
shocked with what's
probably
just happened.
Bit shaken. They're just going to. I guess the call here is probably to not push super quick, so that Tommy T will have to waste their EFG because they aren't really in a position to push right now. So as long as they force Tommy T to come to them, Tommy T is wasting every second of the AFG that they aren't pushing with, so really
Tommy-
making them delay the fight.
Tommy T there, at least he's looking at the map, making sure that catapult wasn't pushing before they take a fight. Could go either way now.
It could. I
It's
do
a
still
one
think the
game. It's one
Babylonians
game.
have
If it was
a,
3 games,
have a
you know.
stronger
it's-
late game comp, but who knows? There are a lot of team fight ults on the side of Tommy T. They could maybe turn a fight. We'll have to just wait and see.
Tell you what, Babylonians have got all the upgraded with the power and the health and stuff like that and speed. They've got every single one of
They
them.
have got all
Where
the stats upgraded.
on the Tommy, I mean,
all most of the relics. Yeah, they are still
With
in
the
a
buffs as
commanding
well.
position. Even with AFG, I'd be scared to face the Babylonians in this position. They are
Pushing for a
looking to
tower.
push though, making sure to try and get used out
Vamana
of that.
taking a lot of damage.
But
Curse tank on the
instantly
Vamana.
forces the Vamana back. A big
Carly's-
combat ult to delay the engage.
Carly
but
ult, she's
Carly
gonna
is just
finish
hunting-
it.
She's gonna. She isn't gonna get it.
She got out. Cupid.
But Cullen comes in, and he's just. They're just crumbling now.
It was an amazing Kepri ult that on the to secure that Carly getting out after her ult because she dove hard into
Yeah, I
that
thought I
food.
thought she'd die there, but
Oh, she did die there.
she did. She steps back up, gets picked by the Baba Yaga, but
Who
Baba
wasn't
is
in the
now
fight.
in a very dire position.
Getting
Getting
run
chased
down by
the
that
Cullen, although
Cullen.
Cullen has no rage, so he's going to let that go. They're going to look for a
And is that
Phoenix
the
push instead.
4-man push on the right, letting the Cullen try and deal with the Baba Yaga?
They are going to let them back, and the man's going to TP in. I don't know if they're healthy enough for this push without EFG. If Tommy T plays it right, they should be able to zone him out, yeah. They are going to be pushed back. We could be in for a long one as if this keeps going on. Neither team is quite in a
Neither
position to
team
push.
doesn't want to let go of that Premier League
They don't want
chance.
to lose their Premier Division hopes. Some
All
of
to
these
play
people's
for.
entire Smite career is resting on this.
Tommy T bringing it back though from what I thought was could be a clear end, but they managed to hold
They have
on.
managed to prolong this longer than
They're not giving
should.
up just yet. They will want that Premier spot.
The only Fury going down here going to create a lot of pressure on the map, which Tommy T will have to deal with
Cupid
when they
going
are
in
fighting
to try
over
and
the next
steal
fire
it.
giant.
Oh,
He's there, but he throws the ult too late. Not there in time, and that's
He is
a
no-
wasted Cupid ult.
reset.
I do respect the attempt to steal, but alone there, the risk of getting picked may be too high.
Yeah, especially for the Cupid.
Yeah.
They need that ADC for.
But there's still
late game.
a while until this fire giant comes back up. So both teams are going to have time to take a breather, reset, buy some items in the case of Tommy T, as only one of them has reached full build. And they're going to head back towards the fire giant.
That is a 17k gold lead though for the Babylonians.
That is a lot
A
of gold.
huge gold lead.
A pretty dominant performance. If it
And
wasn't
especially
for
when
that
that
ESA
fire-
on that EFG, then I think that would have been curved. But as we see a fight maybe breaking out, teams trading long range abilities like poke. Babylon is really positioning more offensively than Tommy T here, looking to zone them off the fire. They know that they're commanding position here. Kali looking around the side, maybe looking for a pick onto someone. As the Vamana is
taking
going
a
to
lot of
ult,
damage.
but the Ankh straight away, once again, he is. The Kepri is
now.
not letting the Vamana go.
The Carly ult
Gets in
again.
there again, ulting, getting much damage off though.
Pulling
The
out with
Shell
no
and
health.
the Hunbat's ult will
Cupid
come out.
ult.
Vamana chasing down the Kali. He's going to force out the Kepri ult, but he's going to get picked in return.
And Carly escapes.
Kali makes it out. Dragon Lord Cat is down. This is looking
It's
like
falling.
this is looking like the game.
The Cullen absolutely
Cullen chasing him
smashing.
down. The support probably going to get picked here as well.
The ESET better just run.
Surely going to get
hope.
picked here as well. Surely going to get picked here as well.
Yeah, anyway, there we are. We said she wasn't tanky enough all game, but then again,
Two Oni waves while this is going on, pushing
been
into the
pushing
Phoenix.
Phoenix.
Chipping them down. They
That's
could have
another
probably
wave
ended
on the
there,
way.
in my opinion, without even doing the fire giant. But they're going to go for the safe play, look for that EFG, and then likely push
And
to
for
the end.
defence, only a Baba Yaga. He's gonna have to pull something special out to hold that defence.
Got 20
There is-
seconds on his next teammate coming up, the Vamana. This is looking dire. Although they're backing off. The mid lane for the Babylonians has returned to base as there is another DC, another pause at a quite inopportune moment, as that could have been game. But it looks like, the mid has disconnected once again, and Marsh is farming a mid camp.
The ADC at the mid camp.
Yeah, this is
37 minutes.
Doesn't seem like there's much urgency in the shot calling to end this game.
The Phoenix is doing more damage than Babylonians have done to the Phoenix currently. Surely that Baba Yaga doesn't defend. Surely, I'd love to see it, but surely
Does
Rob
have her
doesn't.
ult almost off cooldown, but it's going to be tough as long as they avoid that knock.
She hasn't got the
should be
beads
able
up.
to just shred her
She
down.
hasn't got the beads up. She's got an Aegis,
No
but
beads. If they can just CC her, then she should be pretty hard for this to be a win. Yeah, the
the Phoenix
is
surely
backing.
falls.
The Xingwei's
Gosh.
backing instead of going for a push. Why? They could end. Just
The Vamana back up,
offering a lifeline to Tommy T is they're all going to be up
and
for
they're going
this
to take
Titan
it.
push if they're going
And they
for
will
it.
take that lifeline to get into that Premier, to have a shot at that Premier Division. I can't believe it. Surely they just push there. They push and they finish the game. Surely.
Yeah, no, they are playing maybe overly cautiously. That looked like a
Will that be
prime
their
spot to
downfall?
end. Who knows? They are still ridiculously far away, far ahead. Still
In gold.
17k, 23k. Ooh, that's a terrifying lead.
They build up for the Phoenix defense.
Although
With the
gold doesn't
Vamana.
really matter. Although Tommy T's still not full build on 3 of them.
The Kali getting poked out there.
They are looking to position. It looks like Nopex D has DC'd once again. He is walking into a wall. Will the game ever end?
Bloody hell, I've got a bloody barbecue on Saturday. By the
They
time
are.
this is finished, I'm going to bloody miss it.
They are all choosing to back off. This is potentially going to be the longest game of the season.
Yeah.
If Amana finds the Yu Huang here, they could be in trouble.
Flipping
Yeah,
heck, if,
there he is. There's the DC. They are backing again.
if Tommy T puts up a little lemonade store with the amount of minions, I reckon he could probably make up the goal difference. But other than that, what else can they do? Farm up.
Yeah, this is
Everyone's level 20.
quite a rough spot. They have an early game comp into a very late game comp that is 23k ahead of them and has EFG.
Right, we all moving again. I think we're all kicking.
Benadryl Babylonians going to push out that trebuchet. It may be able to push down by tomorrow. There's no XD has got back into the game. They are pushing down this duo lane. Probably going to group up before they go for the push.
Some nice wards for the Phoenix defense. Making sure they won't get jumped over the wall.
He's walking into a wall again. Oh no. At what point do you think they go for the 4v5 end?
I don't know.
They are positioning around the Phoenix.
It's a one. If it wasn't a one game thing, I'd be up for it. I'd be like, go, go, go. But it's a one game. Do you really want to push a 4 versus 5? With not it's just your mid laner, Rob. It is your mid laner that's going to do the damage. Who is not there?
Yeah, they do still have a Kali and Jingwei, so there's going to be plenty of structure damage.
Hey,
when they
bloody hell!
push it.
That catapult got there.
That catapult got there quick. Oh, Marsh
Bit of
taking
hope there.
over half of his health bar from a couple of abilities.
And more.
Getting clipped down. He is going to have to start looking to disengage him. A huge blink stun from the Kali, but she is going to get stunned and Hunbat sword, but she's going to pick the Baba Yaga, leap out. The Kepriel will get her back up. Very nice Kepriel. Ank onto the Vamana, a missed pluck on the V-Transform. As the mid has once again rejoined the game and is running
And
up
here
the mid
comes the Kukullen.
Kali getting on the back line, looking for the Cupid. Cupid getting melted. A
Oh!
huge overhead smash. Combats to shut down that solo and jungle that were running rampant in their back line.
Combat's not taking it. But they do lose.
The right
Phoenix
Phoenix does go down to a fire wave. They aren't quick enough to
It's a
defend
shame.
that. As the Trebuchet is chipping away at that mid Phoenix, but there's no way it takes it down.
I guess they secured the Primal Fury
They are going to take that Primal Fury
again.
in case they need a bit of extra
Big
damage
goals,
onto those
yeah.
troops. The EFG is going to be coming back up soon. As we are 42 minutes into the game.
High res gold reserve there.
Despite
Looking
only
slim.
being in half the game, the Yu Huang is topping the damage charts. 36,000 damage coming out from the Yuang, just slightly ahead of the Kulin.
Oh, I'm very surprised about the mana damage, to be fair. I thought it was going to be a lot lower.
Yeah, he is really putting in work despite being forced out of fights
So,
quite early a lot of the time.
so you look at them damage numbers. I don't know. Obviously, the two of them are in the top two are on the Babylonians teams, but
Yeah.
they're not that
Babylonians,
far. They're not that far off with the
uncontested,
gold.
getting the AFG. This should just be the end of the game here.
With a 5 versus 5 finally.
Although the Kali has backed and gone for speed.
27,000 gold, Rob, and the damage numbers are
that close. Yeah,
difference.
this is Tommy T really putting in a good fight despite their massive deficit.
Very impressive. Looking for mid Phoenix.
Just messaged me asking me telling me that he'd like me to do ASMR.
Big fight in the
a big fight, a huge Hun battle. It's going to zone them off, but will it be for long enough? Cupid going to go down on the back line. Hunbat's looking for the Kali, but the Kali still has ult. He is going to lose that fight. Kali going huge, getting a triple kill all on her own in the back line. Quadra kill for Kali to end out this very long game.
And the game that never ends.
The game is finally over. A pretty dominant performance from the Benadryl Babylonians. They did seem a bit shaky on ending, as Tommy T did put up a good fight on their defense.
I think Tommy T put a brilliant fight up for that, to be honest. With the damage numbers and the goal difference, you would think it would be a different game.
But yeah, overall, we did see very dominant performance from Benadryl Babylonians, really holding the lead all through the game.
Yeah, I feel like every team fight definitely went their way, really.
Yeah,
and it was only that, and I'll tell you what, I think it's only that E-set steal that managed to keep him in that game.
Who would you choose as your MVP?
It's a good one. It's a good one. It's a good one. Now I'm thinking, like, the Carly obviously went mental. I think it's got to be the Carly, really.
Yeah,
but
I think for me it's going to be the Cullen. He did so much space in those team fights in the mid game. Jesus Christ, that's a lot of damage that he was just eating up. He did not care about any of it.
For top smite plays, though, I've got to give it to the E-set for that absolutely legendary steal.
Yeah, best play of the set has to be that E-set steal. Yeah, I don't know how he did it. Brilliant. He had no power, so his ult must have done
nothing. But he managed to time it. That is all skill. That is all skill.
Whole enemy team. That is frame perfect timing. Wait, I'm getting news from the Twitch chat that Sam was the one who stole it. Baba Yaga, I did not see.
No way.
But
did he? We've been hailing the wrong player.
The Marsh, it was the Baba 2 that stole it. So
oh right,
sorry,
well, we can't see.
Picking you up for no reason.
Amazing. Right, well, there goes that.
Well, there goes that that point of our casting. But yeah, good fight back. But yeah, overall dominant performance from the Benadryl Babylonians. I believe
Babylonians taking the win.
Yeah, I've got the. I think they've already started. I've been given a match ID by ASK. Yeah, I'll DM you the match ID. There's a replay to load up. It is. Okay. So yeah, we're coming in to pick some bans here. An instant Carly ban from, I believe this is Team Anarchy. Taking that off the board. Perhaps caught wind of the Carly performance last game by Cat Monster and wanted to get rid of that. Freya, of course, a very strong pick in the meta, right? Just smart ban to get rid of that. Take it away. If it can get pressure, then, and it can a lot now because of the conduit gem changes, she can really run the game. We are seeing a support substitute in on Team Immaculate Vibes. Nab, the usual support for that team, being replaced by Echo Liza, subbing in. A Yamoja and a Mercury ban and a Chernobog ban. All pretty standard bans. They all kind of make sense.
Oh,
Nothing
Nab,
too off meta.
is the Nab not playing? Sorry, did you say the Nab not playing the support role? It's been filled.
Yeah, Nab's this team and Echo Liza's subbing in.
Ah,
That's an extremely loud moped that's just gone past my window. Hopefully
the
that didn't pick up
bans,
on
the
that.
Freya being banned. Nobody
Does
wants
make
to mess
sense.
with Freya.
Yeah, these are all pretty high meta bans. I do personally think
That's not a high
Mercury's a
meta
bit
ban,
overrated.
surely.
Now, Yu Huang is very good right now. Did you see the damage he was doing last game?
That is true. Sorry.
He was halving people with like 2 abilities.
It's not on my ban list, in my opinion. With this,
Yeah, pretty
One-
normal bans. They are taking their time with their first.
well,
pick.
they banned two junglers, and they're obviously worried about the jungler on their team.
Yeah, Slipper Slap, the jungle for that team, I believe, was originally going to ADC, but I think he swapped with ASK.
Ah,
The Kepri pick is pretty standard, as we saw last game. Kepri ult just do so much in team fights. He can just sit on the back line, keep everyone alive. It's very nice. As we see a nice little
it's in my
crab rave
skin as
dance.
well. Yeah.
Let's see.
We're all hoping, aren't we?
Achilles is the first pick. Makes sense. Good counter pick into Kepri. Gets the execute, which goes through his revive. It'll be interesting to see where that goes. Most likely solo, but it could go into support or it could go into jungle. Could even go mid if Zara wants to take it there.
A soul by the
that's an
Ooh.
Ace K classic. He loves a bit of soul.
He does.
So I'd be very surprised if that isn't going towards.
But he's not an ADC main,
ADC
is he,
lane.
Rob? Is he not a support main?
Ace K.
Oh right, SK. Yeah, I thought he was support main. No, he's
Ace K is support.
Oh, I thought it was ADC. My bad. I get mixed up. My bad.
Ace K is ADC.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, we'll
Ace
see
K's
if he
never
can
played
bring it
against support
out.
in his life.
Oh right, yeah.
But yeah, classic pick for him. It's a comfort pick. He's gonna like it a lot. Probably gonna look towards that new the new Bancross glyph, which gives attack speed. That is probably a good pickup for him. Seeing the Cupid locked in. This is lots of picks from the last game on this team. Cupid really seeing favour, I guess. He isn't something I've seen.
Quite ironic, isn't it, Rob,
lots of
that
people are like
Nab is not playing, but he's in the chat, still following, supporting his team.
He's skiving off.
Yeah, at least he's supporting his team. I'll give him credit for that.
He's there cheering them on in the past tense.
He must be nervous, though, I think, because this is a one game that they could be knocked down to lose a bracket, and that could be their chance
their
to the Premier.
We are seeing Persephone pick come through. Just pretty solid mid laner, can put out a lot of damage from a long range. As we know from the recent Smite update, Persephone is the only ranged character in Smite. So
yeah,
it'll be interesting to see all these melees go up again.
Them Persephone ults are going to cause a big problem. If he's right. Ooh, the Ganesh! The absolute
Ganesh
beast.
pick for Echo Liza. A pretty nice pick. I don't think it's much of a counter pick into what they've drafted right now, but it's still fairly high meta pick in the support lane, in the support role. can do a lot with the, especially to their jungle. It'll be interesting to see who they pick. They are going to they're going to ban the Daji. Makes sense. Cupid not having a CC immune ult, as neither does Khepri. Two gods which are quite susceptible to Daji
The
ults.
Shiva getting
A
banned.
Shiva ban, quite interesting, because in my opinion, Shiva fell off a cliff after his nerfs. He is, I don't think he's in a great spot, but just going to ban it away. Maybe they know someone on that team is a Shiva player. A Cleo ban. The god has seen quite a few nerfs recently, but she's still just annoying to deal with, really.
That dash, though, what can you do about it? It is
Yeah,
a
it's-
mighty,
what can you
mighty
do
dash
about
with
the
the
ults?
range.
She can just melt objectives if you're on it with your ward vision. So just something you don't
Hiding
want
in
to deal with.
walls.
Fenrir
Not
ban
for
as
me.
well. Really banning out these heavy CC jungles, making sure that they can't be abused. Khepri, a nice ban into Khepri really struggles into Fenrir, so it makes sense to ban the Fenrir there, because Fenrir can just pick him up and stop from ulting anyone. And yeah, we're going to see what the second round of picks bring out. AMC picked for likely the mid lane, going towards, I believe, Zara's the mid lane for the...
Ooh, Nijar.
A Najar pick. Interesting. That's a quite an off-meta pick for the jungle. I'm a big Najar fan. I'm a Najar appreciator, but I personally don't think he's been any good for at least a year.
And if you
But
give
we'll see what you can do with it.
if you give it the stamp of approval as being the king of the swingers, Rob, then fair enough. Nijar for jungle.
And what are we going to see the last pick for Team Anarchy be today?
Gilg.
Gilgamesh.
Confirmed? Is it
Is that
confirmed?
Gilgamesh solo? That's interesting. Gilgamesh really struggles to get pressure in solo. He's often more of a jungle pick. But I guess he just likes the guild.
There's no way that Nijar could go solo, is there?
It could be a Najar solo, actually. I'd actually maybe prefer Najar solo.
Not very tanky though, both of them for a solo character.
Yeah.
Surely you can't build him.
I do like the guild pick into AMC. Whether it's jungle so he can pressure him early, solo where he can still just jump on him late game. It's quite nice, but yeah, overall, if it's a solo Gilg, then I think that's quite questionable. But yeah, I think I would prefer it jungle Gilg, solo Najar. But we'll see.
And an Erlang Shan.
And Erlang Shen getting to 10th pick.
Wow.
10th pick. Erlang Shen and Nemesis were open for first pick. The two most broken jungles in the game have made it to the last pick. I think everyone knows they're OP though. It's not inside knowledge.
Hope no one's listening.
But yeah, just to make Patra happy, if you're ever playing my team, you don't need to ban Najar or Erlang.
Yeah. We didn't see you yesterday go a little bit ham. No, it wasn't yesterday, was it? It was the day before that, wasn't
It
it?
was the day before, yeah.
Yeah. Are you king of the swingers, going round with an Erlang Shan? Not gonna lie, Sol mid. No, Sol mid. I don't like.
There'll be Soul ADC.
What,
I do
a moving
prefer
carb,
ADC mid. to
and a
ADC
moving
lot.
carb mid.
Yeah, I prefer him mid
Okay.
to ADC a lot, just because he really struggles with how much longer duo lane is between the towers. So you have much longer to run back to your tower than you do in mid if you get ganked.
The
Whereas-
Portuguese emblem in there. Very
Of
happy
course,
with that. That's all right.
repping your country.
Yeah, there we are. Well, we know
found your
which team's gonna
favourites.
win. Yeah. Oh, I do love a Gilgamesh.
It is going to be the Gilg solo. We'll have to see if he can get pressure. It'll be probably a bit dicey if the Achilles plays this right. But we'll
Let's see if
we'll
we can
see.
see some good Ganesh ults.
It'll be the AMC mid. Ace K is the ADC.
I'm not gonna lie, one of the gods that does really make my skin crawl in this game is Sol. Just for that, get
You've
out.
had too many games with Ace K, haven't you?
No, it's just the fact that she can kind of get out.
She is quite an annoying character to gank because she can just become untargetable for a very long time.
Become a little ball of sun and wander around for a few minutes. It feels like anyway when you're fighting her.
Yeah, it looks like
Completely
the
untouchable.
ADC for Team Anarchy is not loaded in. That is worrying. We might have another game of many DCs.
Also, the healing from Sol as well.
Yeah, they are going to have to, especially with Sol and Erlang, they're going to have to build some anti-heal on Team Anarchy to really keep that shit down. I'd like to see some anti-heal on both teams, actually, because Cupid and Najar have a decent amount of sustain in fights. Najar's healing tends to come on
now,
quite
what
late
are the
game.
builds?
We're seeing pretty standard. Mannequins on Erlang is pretty normal with his cleave, gets a lot of value out of it. The AMC is likely going towards more of a power item, playing more like a physical mage than a hunter.
Gil gonna be so low.
Seeing the conduit gem on the Sol, looking for some early lane pressure. Where else? Yeah, all seen. Oh, the war flag on the Kepri. That's an interesting pickup. I don't think I've seen that much. You mainly see Benevolence and Sentinels. But maybe they're looking to just brawl a lot in the duo lane early, try and force.
It's an even beat on each side.
I do like the
Ninja taking the blink though.
Ward. I do like the ward placed there by Cupid. He's warded both approaches towards the purple just to make sure that they can't go for that sneaky purple invade that some of the SCC teams were doing in the last Masters LAN. Yeah, pretty normal. Oh, both this time. Both mid and jungles are starting speed. Are both teams in are they synchronizing what start they do? We saw both teams do the same start last time. They're both doing the same start and neither of them are the standard start. So yeah, interesting that they go for this start. It's slightly less gold efficient as it leaves your backs open.
The exact same start for Gilgamesh and the Achilles with build as well.
Yeah, they are
literally
both looking
mirrored.
for round shield. Achilles almost certainly going towards a glide shield. It could be a berserker shield for the Gilg, but we'll have to wait and see. He could probably go
Gilgamesh grouping of the minions.
The berserker shield. Yeah, nice grouping there. Give himself some clear. Najar getting pinned on first wave. He's going to take a lot of poke for that. Yeah, half his health. And as I said, that start leaves backs open for invade. That looks like what Erlang's looking for. But he's going to turn on the Najar. Najar beats the pin, but he should fall here. The mannequin's putting a lot of work. And is this a double kill?
It's a double kill. My goodness.
Oh,
1 minute
mid
in.
and jungle die. That is
gold in the pocket, XP in the pocket.
That's going to be tough to come back from. That is an Erlang.
And with the duo lane retreating from the high pressure of the Sol.
Erlang quite a feast or famine god. He either pure gets stopped.
No.
Oh, perhaps the solo kill, but the Erlang is here.
No, behind
he does get it, but he does fall himself.
Erlang Shan with 2 kills.
Lots of kills
30.
in the early game. We're not even 2 minutes in, and there's been 4 kills.
It's a cute.
Jeez.
Good pluck.
Oh, a nice dash by the Ganesh. But the Sol's taking a lot of damage. Kepri's going to walk away.
It's a shell.
Cupid is going to fall, and he's pathed back. He hesitated. He might get picked here by the Ganesh.
The Ganesh with a good shell there.
They can see where he's going. But yeah, he's going to make good dash out. No one was with him, so I don't know if the Ganesh could have solo killed him anyway. But yeah, this is a good start for Immaculate Vibes.
Immaculate Vibes going for a high pressure, aggressive start compared to the last 2 teams we've seen, and it's still a 1 game to try and progress to the.
2k up at 2 minutes. That is... We could be in for a short one. This last game went 40-something minutes. This one could be 20. Yeah, that is... Ooh, that's half an item in jungle.
Gilgamesh
already.
struggling with no mana.
Yeah, this is an issue.
Low
Gil
health.
obviously often the lane clear that he needs. He's much better suited to clearing jungle camps. So he's going to be forced under his tower. Kelly's not going for the invade. I doesn't want to risk it. Probably doesn't know where Najjar is. Both teams return to farming up after a bit of excitement early on.
And it's not even just excitement in one lane, was it, Rob? Because at the end of the day, it was across the whole map.
The whole map.
A
double
whole map
kill
that they got a
in
lead,
mid,
and they've got a lead,
then
and you
a
can
solo
tell.
kill in right and a cleanup. It's just, this is a good set.
And you can see that very clearly with the level difference.
Stephanie just making sure these camps aren't getting invaded. Takes the minis. That's a... If that was jungle, I'd probably be a little peeved at that. Just taking the
AK
minis
holding
on
on with
XP camp.
low health. Will he back off?
He is taking some autos. But he
Mid.
should be fine.
Mid lane taking a lot of poke. Solo lane taking a lot of poke.
And the Erlang is just running down Najjar on his own.
uh,
Gotta fall. This is...
Persephone
looking
tries to
dire.
help, but
The Erlang is getting huge. Big fighting duo. They have forced up, but they seem to be taking more damage.
it's all with that healing.
Keeping himself in the fight. A
Yeah.
big
Oh!
Neshul and a Soul will just
Annihilate the
delete
Cupid. And
Erlang
he just
going
carries
for
on.
Going
And
for a 4-minute tower dive. They are not letting up the pressure. They want this.
I
game
think he
in the
saw
bag.
you yesterday. I think someone's been watching games.
It wasn't streamed, but that was a match ID.
Oh,
I'll be very impressed
no.
if they're taking the time to
slipper slap,
look
doing
through our
his,
replays.
doing what his name says, doing what it says on the tin. Slipper
I think
slapping
I've played a few
everyone
games
up.
with Slipper Slap before. I think he is an Erlang player, so it's not out of character for this.
But we're for 1-7 at 5 minutes.
Najjar's still level 4 at 5 minutes.
Struggling.
Oh.
This is secure the red buff for the
The
team.
Kefri hits 5 before the Najjar. This is looking a little sad. 4K
one-sided.
5 minutes. This is a massacre.
Did you say that Erlang Chan's a little bit? You can't believe it hasn't been banned.
Yeah, I did voice my surprise that Erlang made it to 10th. But,
10th pick Erlang Chan.
and we are seeing why.
Yeah.
He is
Maybe a fault
An
on their part for
absolute-
not banning.
he is an absolute menace to deal with. Yes, roll.
It's like the
A huge
Kefri
couple
ult.
ults. But the Kefri's maybe going to walk free. He is. Nice use of his own ult just to cleanse
But the
himself.
Erlang
If
Chan
Erlang
is not
looking
having
around
that.
back, if Kefri goes for a lazy back, he could get picked here. Looks like he is going to back right at the back
Did
of
he
his
get
tower,
away
though.
with it though? Oh,
Yeah,
no.
he should be fine. That 2 not doing enough damage to kill the Kefri.
Just stop his back though. Precious XP, time wasted.
Going towards the purple is the Erlang Shen, looking for a big 3-man invade. Najjar is going to sniff it out, but he's probably going to be too late.
But Cupid's still pushed up. He hasn't realised what danger lies just to his right. Nope, not a gank. They decided to go after
They
the
have
Nizar.
found the Najjar in the jungle. Getting
Nizar.
melted. 2 autos takes half his health. There's his ult.
Nizar ult.
It could just be delaying the inevitable, though.
Erlang
As
Chan
the
ult.
AMC and the Soul rotated, and they're gonna cripple the Kefri now. He doesn't
It's
have an
a
ult
snowball. It's a
now.
snowball.
They could look for gold here.
I think it's the correct play, to be fair.
They could look for a 6-minute gold fury, and it looks like they are going to.
And there's no way no one contested it. There's no way that they even can contest that. Nothing. There's nothing left. Wow, 6k in 6 minutes. I'm starting to behold.
Strengthens our resolve.
Strange backing from Cupid.
Both teams return to farming up as This lead is getting
But
insurmountable.
can they come back from that? Because
All
that
of
is
the
just such a
players.
level.
The support on Immaculate Vibes has a 500 gold lead on the solo from Team Anarchy. That is huge. Obviously, you should never F6 a comp game or many games in general. But
Or any
this
game
is-
for my
this is
in my
looking-
regards, you're the one who always
This is
believes.
looking pretty unwinnable.
You've got to stick it out. You've got to believe. They have to really find the morale.
Erlang
Keep
going
going
for the
and-
invade. He doesn't secure it. The Gilga does manage to get it.
Pull back.
If he uses leap on that buff, he might be dead here. I think.
He
No,
might
the
get out that
slow
well.
off his ult, just about going to get
The
him out.
good ult to get out.
He's
But
going,
he's going
back
back
in,
in. I don't know why. But he's got the he
Bold
has got
play.
the Capri ult.
and he gets
Uses the
it.
Capri ult on
Great. That was a great play. Good bit of communication between Alyssa and Dramatized. Just saying, I have an ult, you can go back in. Very risky though, as the Achilles did still have his ult, so he could have
You've
executed.
executed and
But
just
I guess he
cancelled it
didn't
out.
have enough mana for his ult. So heads up play there.
I believe he's still in it.
Showing
They're still
signs
kicking.
of life despite a very, very unfortunate early year. A 1v1 opening up in the mid lane. She's been crippled. She has to beads. He
Fried.
doesn't quite have the range
Fried
to take her.
alive. The
That
damage
is-
numbers.
Yeah. Oof. A 3-level lead in the jungle, a level lead in ADC support, 2-level leads in mid, and even in solo. That is. Yeah, that's scary this early. But they could always potentially get back in if Immaculate Vibes go for a bit of an imp play. If they get a bit greedy, go for some fights that they shouldn't, then there are ways back into this. But if Immaculate Vibes plays this properly, plays it safely, this should be
Slim
in the
chance,
bag.
but there is a chance. You've got to
Najar
believe when you're in this
looking for a
situation.
Jank on solo, we'll miss the sash and we'll just go and get the stone. As the Erlang rotates in, this
He's
could
in a bit of
be-
trouble.
This could be a death on the Guild. As the Guild
Gil's not backing off though. Erlang Chang coming in.
pin off the mark, he might be able to get out. Beads by the Erlang to just avoid any CC stopping the chase. He survives on 1 health. The Ganesh
dodge.
misses all his abilities. He's dodging everything, but he
Oh,
can't
he
dodge the big cone.
Can't
for
do any more
Achilles.
than that.
He does it all, and it's just not enough. They are going to translate this straight towards a Pyro, going for some good objective play, making sure to never let off and never give
Ooh.
Team Anarchy a way back into this game. A interesting shell usage by the Ganesh. Maybe expecting a bit more follow-up damage, but the Erlang does fall down after a
The Capri coming out of nowhere.
over-aggressive dive onto trying to take down the Persephone. The Capri even had ult there. I'm not sure quite why he went in, but perhaps, as we were saying, perhaps they're getting a bit overconfident. Maybe this could be the beginning of the end if there's more big shutdowns like that. It's unfortunate that went onto the support, as you probably want that shutdown on someone with a bit more expensive items to buy. But it does bring the support back to even.
Would you go that Rob on Sol? Would you go the Talon? Talon that early?
I'd say yeah. It's an item that gets much more value early than late game. It kind of falls off a bit late game, so it makes sense to go it now.
Just to give him
use
that.
it, abuse it for a fight. A very aggressive
Oh.
dash in by the Cupid, immediately blown up. Kefriel's forced on him. They
I
force
feel
him
he's
to
run out,
rotate.
and that is.
The Najar Sash misses, but he hits the roll. Ganesh getting chased out by the others. Soul is healing up so much and will manage
That
to
damage
survive.
on that hole. ASK surviving there.
It is. It is, unfortunately. You can see what they were looking for a big rotate, hoping to catch them unawares. As they're going
And they
to
get
yet
another-
gold.
With the red being stolen as well from the mid laner.
Could we see golden hand, please? Because I reckon they have lots of money. I've just received a tip. Yep. 3.2k on the soul. And he's still
My
pathing around with
goodness.
no mana. He is finally going to think back. Oh, no, he's changed his mind. Slip Slap once again gets picked on an over-optimistic dive. The soul rotating in to make sure the AMC can get out of this. They should be able to path away. I don't think they lose this with the lead they have.
AFK retreating with
And
no,
absolutely, they do let
no
them out.
mana. He needs to go and spend his gold.
Oh, jukes the execute, the Gilgamesh does. 5.5k between the ADC and the mid on Immaculate Vibes, and they're still choosing, despite literally a pixel of mana on the soul.
What's he
Just
going to
choosing
treat
to keep up
himself
the pressure.
with? Sol hasn't treated himself yet. Okay.
Blue is stolen away. A nice second perfect Capriol will keep the Gilga alive, but that blue is going away. It's gotta hurt. The soul is still staying there, still farming.
Mr.
He
Farmer.
knows the Cupid can't solo him, and he knows no one else is on them. So I guess it makes sense for him to just keep farming up here. He heads towards 4k golden now. I'm fairly sure that's more gold than some people on Team Anarchy have made all game. It's not far off the Najar. He only needs another K and he's got as much as Najar has made all game on one back. As he's finally going to back after the game, that purple.
Level 14. 14! At least 2 levels above everyone on
Little
that.
tussle coming out in the mid lane. Slipper Slap will pick the Najar. Stephanie Ult comes out just to zone them off.
The Sol has gone shopping and I think he's going to be there for a very long time.
He is browsing the item shop.
Yeah. It's like a traffic attendant.
I'll be interested to see if he goes into the glyph early, as it won't give him that much value early, but will make later buys more worth, or if he's going to go for it later where he's going to get more of a instant power spike. And it looks like he's going to go for it later. He's going to pick up the Typhon's Fang. He doesn't quite have the 3 lifesteal items you generally need to get full value yet, but I assume he'll get something else, and he can afford it. It's a nice expensive item, which
and the only anti the enemy team has is Divine at the moment. I'm not seeing Toxic Blade.
Yeah, the Najar is building extremely greedy for how far behind. Going Transcendence into, is that going to be a Deathbringer? Is he going second item Deathbringer from this far behind? That's fair play to him if he does, but I've got to question it.
Oh, it looks
I wouldn't go any other item.
Picked there on solo. Stupid.
On Najar,
Another Capriol.
Another nice Capriol, but they could wait it out and dive. No, they're going to think better of it. They're going to back away.
2 versus 3.
Rotate coming in to stop it off. They are going for this.
They're going for Pyro again.
Once again.
Can they?
They could probably go for big gold because they know 2 people have to back. Big gold, big fire. Because 2 people have to back. So
It
they
would
might
be
be
a
looking
good
for it now
idea.
as the soul rotates over. But the Erlang seems to be pathing away, and 2 people are. Or 1 person's
Nope, they
backing.
decided not to.
No, they've decided not to. Gonna just go back. The fire giant down. Try and secure it now before the enemy team can catch up. He's gonna kick an elephant, and the elephant is going to stare at him. The elephant isn't moving.
When you have 4 hands in a trunk, you're not that bothered. Oracle's being secured again by Immaculate Vibes.
Oh, they're looking for a pick up to this Achilles, but he's so tanky now. He has 2 Fizzdy items. This is going to be a tough ask to kill him. But he is alone as more people are rotating over. But he's so tanky.
It's a lot of ults and he's out.
Maybe the guild can catch him with a blink sash. They do take him down, but that's so much to kill 1 person. And they are instantly losing people off it. Kefriel down. As Gilg is probably going to die the moment that ends. He got the bees on. He didn't. Did he not get? I thought the bees hit him there. That should have stopped him back. But I guess they did not
out
quite.
of luck. Even though it's a brilliant turn.
Will take him down. That was so much invested on killing
Yeah.
probably the toughest person to kill on the map.
And if it would have been the Sol, I'd have been like, fair enough. But it wasn't the Sol as well.
Yeah, it was the Achilles, who has many escapes.
Yeah.
Stalls just
escapes.
long enough for them to make it 2v1.
And he's only level 15. You know what I mean? Like if they could have
Yeah.
nailed the Sol, who is now level 17 at 17 minutes, with no one even getting close to contesting him with level or gold. They just need to fight around him. That's it. They could easily just push using that. That's why they've been able to secure all the golds.
They are looking for a
arrows.
pick on the Soul now, as she is a lot. But she's getting bursted. A good Aegis, and she will manage. They will manage to get the kill. The team comes.
But they're healing from the Sol. What? They don't have the anti-heal in place yet. To even contest it.
Stephanie, I think she still should be dead here. Aegis just delaying the inevitable.
Such a shame.
And yeah, they are going to push down here. They could probably look for a Phoenix. They have a wave.
It's such a shame because if they had the anti-heal, they just need a little bit more burst. Because she was so close to dying. But then
They aren't even defending. The Gilga's just farming. Najar's wandering over slowly. They're in a spot where they can't even contest a Phoenix.
Bogged down.
18 minutes.
Bogged down, I feel a little bit. A little bit bogged down. They've got to, reset their mentals.
The set is starting to set in now.
They've got to reset the mentals and got to get back on it. Another gold.
You see the Oni Fury fall, going to give them even more pressure. That's going to be an Oni Fire minion wave pushing down the Joe lane, which is going to create so much pressure. That thing could solo the Titan on its own. So as long as Immaculate Vibes stay postured around Fire Giant, they shouldn't have to worry about a contest.
He managed to secure himself a lovely little catapult on the solo lane.
Nice trebuchet.
Ready catapult.
Interesting they're deciding not to push it out.
No, it is a trebuchet. My bad.
Does have a counterweight.
I'm sorry.
But I
apologise.
I believe you're right though, because I think someone was debating this on an SPL stream, and they were saying all trebuchets are catapults, but not all catapults are trebuchets. So you're both right.
Take it.
That's the kind of positive reinforcement I bring to the cast.
Yeah. Positive.
The Soul is just pulling fire on her own. So no, now the team will step in. This thing
will it be contested though?
It's
being contested
at
the back.
They really can. This is just going to melt. It's dead before anyone can get in. The Persephone ult will fly in, as will Cupid ult.
I feel like they just fall here. Another amazing Khepri ult. He has played really well with them Khepri ults.
Waiting next to the Khepri takes him down.
They just don't have the damage.
Cupid. It's dire straits.
That tower falls, no problem, surely.
As we see the only fire
going mental.
Only fire
taking the solo lane down.
As long as they keep the
Gilgamesh leaping away just. Will he escape? Doesn't look like it.
He falls down. They're going to look for this tier 2.
The minions are walking into Titan though.
They've noticed them now, running back to go fight them.
Look. Giving them the time and pressure to knock 2 tower down.
Both tier 2s.
Efficiently.
They could probably keep pushing here.
Will they keep split for the
Phoenixes? They have a wave
as
well, so they'll get those backdoor protections shredded.
And they're both attacking both Phoenixes
at the same time as well. This should be all 3 Phoenixes down, I think, with the position they're in.
Could it be an end though? I think it could be an end. Get one more pick.
It could potentially be. It depends how much damage the tanks take on this. Both tanks going down to half health.
Play defensively, taking
it looks like, they're taking the careful route. They're just going to reset and then try and push in for the end.
Quite clean gameplay by Immaculate. Immaculate gameplay, I'd even say.
Immaculate Vibes have they won the early and they just have not let up since. They just kept the
foot on the gas. And with their comp as well, you know, it's aggressive comp.
And this is why you shouldn't leave Erlang open to 10th pick. As we see Firewaves pushing out all 3 lanes, they are just pouring.
ASK has grabbed his lead with both hands and absolutely grinded the old PvE
He is.
as well as the PvP.
He has
to be fair.
made some extreme farm as the Erlang melts the
removes.
Najar, who he is 5 levels up on.
Surprised he wasn't disconnected for that. Bloody hell.
This is
Absolutely.
the Geoside Phoenix has come back up, although there are still 2 fire waves pushing down.
I'd love them to defend this, but this feels like it's going to be a
should be an end.
another
Kepriel,
amazing
before the
Kepriel.
Achilles ult hits, managed to get the reset. They're all
And
getting
she
back
get-
to Fountain,
oh,
but
she didn't get out, though.
Persephone dies. Slipper Slap getting knocked down low off his ult. He does get picked.
They still have the Sol up to do the damage.
The Gilgal,
The Sol not
Gilg just
focusing
trying
on
to
anyone
zone.
except
They're
from
trying to
the
end.
Titan.
They should have the damage here. It's going to take a miracle to zone them off it. Titan is taking a lot of damage though. The solo does
One
fall.
health.
But
And that
no,
is game.
that is a steamroll of a game from Immaculate Vibes.
A very immaculate game, and they will progress to the next,
The next
layer.
round, they're going to be facing the Benadryl Babylonians. I believe.
8K Premier League material. Wouldn't thought I saw it. Could be.
They're going to be facing the Benadryl Babylonians in an attempt, and whoever wins that will be facing either the Myrmidons, mine and Patrick's
It was a very
team,
clean game from
or
Immaculate.
Phoenix Warriors.
Stunning.
And that is
Won the early game, and that's how you push. Absolute full push. Take that early game lead. Get every objective.
that
And
was
slowly just push.
some very good play. I wonder if we can get.
What
No.
damage numbers are we looking
I was
at?
going to say I wonder if we can get a post game in, but I
No.
can't drag people in, so I'm not going to try.
15.
I'm sure. In fact, no, they're all sat in a different.
Nah, that's right.
So yeah, we'll leave it. We'll leave it.
I'll leave it there.
Oh yeah, we need to
I-
pick MVP. We did that last time.
MVP would be.
MVP. It's got to be Slipper Slap. He just
Yeah,
got
I agree.
that great pick on both the mid and the jungle early game with the mid.
It just set him up.
And-
It gives the thing is, as well as the lead that you get from that, there's also that confidence of the whole team going, we've got this, you know, especially so early in the game with 2 kills. We've got 2 kills already on the scoreboard. We're 2 minutes in, you know. As a team, we've got this, and gives everyone else confidence to, and also the space to play about more. Confidence to play aggressively. I
Yeah,
think it wins the game.
really good objective play. Just going for any objective they can, and it won them the game.
Aye. Been a pleasure streaming, casting with you, Rob.
Been nice doing it.
Yeah.
Do it again sometime. And so yeah, it's been myself, Machiavellian, Dark Doc 8 on the cast with the wonderful Patrick Les doing the camera work.
Cheers, Bash, please. Thank you very much.
So yeah, thank you everyone, and thank you to the players for playing.
Yeah.
I
Tune in
believe
next
that's all.
time for the next games. I'm not sure when the next games are. Do you know, Rob?
No, we haven't scheduled ours yet.
Okay,
So
fair enough.
we'll have to wait
Well,
and
are
see.
you playing the next game?
It'll be either us or Immaculate Vibes.
Oh,
we'll see.
so the next game's going to be a decent one then. It's going to be
Yeah, should be a good one.
should be another good one. So tune in for the next one.